I used to think relationships ended loudly, with arguments, with slammed doors, with final words that could never be taken back. But ours didn't end like that. It ended quietly. So quietly that for a long time I didn't even realize it was happening. We still talked. We still lived together. We still shared the same space. But something had changed. And the truth is, I was the last one to notice. She didn't wake up one day and stop loving me. That's not how it works. Love doesn't disappear suddenly. It fades when it's ignored. At first, it was small things. She would tell me about her day and I would half listen. I would nod, say the right words, but my mind was somewhere else. I thought being present physically was enough. I didn't understand that she needed more than my body. She needed my attention. She started repeating herself, telling the same stories twice. That should have scared me. Instead, I felt annoyed. I told myself I was tired, that work was stressful, that life was busy. And somehow those excuses felt reasonable. She asked questions, real ones. How are you really feeling? Are you happy with us? Do you still see a future? And every time I gave safe answers, not honest ones, safe ones. Answers that avoided depth, answers that avoided responsibility. Over time, she stopped asking, and I thought that meant everything was fine. That silence felt comfortable. No more emotional conversations, no more uncomfortable truths, just peace, or what I thought was peace. She laughed less, touched me less, looked at me less, and I noticed it, but I didn't react. I assumed love matures, that passion fades, that this is what long-term relationships look like. I told myself this was normal. I was wrong. Because love doesn't grow quieter when it's healthy. It grows quieter when it's dying. The moment I knew it was over wasn't when she packed her things. It wasn't when she said she needed space. It was earlier than that, much earlier. It was the moment I stopped talking, and she didn't notice. I remember it clearly. I came home exhausted, sat next to her, said nothing, and she didn't ask what was wrong, not because she didn't care, but because she had already tried, too many times. That silence wasn't empty. It was full of everything I ignored. She had already cried about us, already questioned herself, already made peace with the ending. While I was still comfortable, people don't leave relationships when they're angry. They leave when they're tired. Tired of explaining, tired of hoping, tired of waiting for change. She didn't leave because she stopped loving me. She left because I stopped choosing her. And that realization hit me harder than any breakup ever could. Because I didn't lose her in a dramatic moment. I lost her in everyday neglect, in missed chances, in postponed conversations, in later. And the worst part, if she hadn't left, I would have kept doing the same thing. Comfort would have protected me from growth. Loss was the only thing strong enough to wake me up. Now I replay moments in my head. Times she tried to connect. Times she waited for me to notice. Times she stayed silent just to see if I would reach out. I didn't. And that's something I'll have to live with. I don't miss her smile the most. I miss the version of myself she believed in, the man she thought I could become. So, if you're listening to this and someone is still choosing you, don't assume they always will. Love doesn't beg forever. One day it gets tired, and when it leaves quietly. Some endings don't hurt immediately. They hurt later, when understanding finally arrives. And by then, it's already over.